Started in 2009 in the build-up to the FIFA World Cup, the Future Champions project attracts the world's best clubs to compete against one another, whilst developing the skill of budding young football professionals.
Where we've seen over 18,000 youngsters, boys and girls between 13 and 16, in a series of empirical skills tests. They all play in their own regions, their own districts, but today they come together to compete under the same sun, on the same grass, under the same conditions, with the same coaches, so that everything is standardized.
With Safa Sedibeng and Joburg Secondary occupying the bottom spots in the standings, it was Tuks who would fly the South African flag high, finishing 5th overall. The Pretoria-based side would not have a fairy tale ending to their tournament, losing their final match against K-Stars 1-0. Yet the team was happy with their overall performance and the experience the tournament provided.
First half wasn't great, but second half we picked it up a lot and managed to get the win. You see how people from other countries play, and you can compare yourself to the style of play from overseas.
It was great. We were playing against K-Stars and we managed to beat them 2-1. When you play teams like Everton, Mineiro, defending champion, Sporting Lisbon, you learn a lot of experience.
Having won the tournament for 2 years in a row, Atletico Mineiro found themselves in an unfamiliar position of not being in the final. The Brazilians came up against Portuguese giants Sporting Lisbon in a tussle for 3rd place. In a very entertaining game where either team could have walked away with the honours, it was left to the cruel lottery of penalties to decide who would finish 3rd overall. In the end, Atletico would take the honours, winning 4-2 on penalties, after the teams were deadlocked at 1-1 after regulation time. The boys were obviously disappointed with not finishing in the top 2, but their coach was more than happy with the efforts his team put in.
I think that was an amazing tournament again. We are very happy to be here, and we win the last 2 tournaments, and now 3rd place. I think for the development players, it's a good result.
Then it was time for the final between Everton and Club Tijuana of Mexico. The boys displayed great technical abilities, spreading the ball around and using the entire width of the field. As the teams fought at 1 each, Callum Connolly and Rene Flores were determined to up the score sheets with their respective clubs. After 90 minutes, the scores remained level, and for the 2nd match in a row, the tie would be decided on penalties. Tijuana came out on top, winning the match 4-3 to be crowned champions of the tournament for the first time in the club's history. Everton's coach was obviously gutted with a silver medal, but took heart in his Merseyside boys' performance.
We lost in the final on penalties, so I'm really pleased with the effort from our players and the way that they've conducted themselves on and off the pitch all week. They've been exemplary in terms of their behaviour, and they've played extremely well. I'm really pleased with them because we came with a very young team. We're really pleased. We knew it would be an extremely difficult tournament. We knew there'd be some very good teams in it, and we fared well.
Manchester United legend Quinton Fortune believes it's only a matter of time before South Africa will win the sought-after trophy.
At the moment it's just the teams from Johannesburg around the Gauteng area, but hopefully in the future we can expand this and make it a national tournament and find the best of the best, because I mean, these teams, these foreign teams, they bring the best team, so they expect to play against the best South African players. So, but so far so good.
With a trophy heading back to Mexico for a year, we'll have to wait till 2014 for another chance to claim the title on home soil.